My grandpa died and left me his house, and my brother changed the locks while I was at work. When I got there, he was already moving his stuff in with his girlfriend, Ashley. "Thanks for keeping it warm for us," he said, tossing me a cardboard box with my clothes. But what Jake didn't know was that I'd been recording every conversation we'd had about Grandpa's estate for the past 6 months. See, Jake has always been Mom's favorite. When I got into nursing school, Mom threw Jake a party for passing his driving test the same week. When I graduated with honors, Jake got a new truck because he needed motivation to finish community college. Every achievement I had was overshadowed by whatever Jake needed at the moment. So when Grandpa pulled me aside last Thanksgiving and told me he was leaving me the house, I knew exactly what would happen. The day after the funeral, Jake started his campaign. First, it was subtle. "You know, living alone in that big house might be too much for you." Then it got more direct. "I'm the oldest. It should go to me." Mom backed him up, of course. "Jake has a family starting," she'd say, even though Ashley had only been around for 3 months. I played along, acting uncertain, letting them think I was wavering. Meanwhile, I had already filed all the paperwork, had the deed transferred, and most importantly, had every single one of their threats and schemes recorded on my phone. The locks incident happened on a Tuesday. I deliberately mentioned at Sunday dinner that I'd be working a double shift at the hospital. Jake's eyes lit up. Mom suddenly got very interested in passing the mashed potatoes. I knew they were planning something. When I arrived at Grandpa's house that evening, Jake was on the porch with Ashley, surrounded by boxes. My key didn't work. "Oh, hey, Emma," Jake said casually, like he hadn't just committed breaking and entering. "We figured since you're so busy with work, we'd take care of the house for you." Ashley smirked. "Your brother says you're giving us the house. That's so generous of you." I pulled out my phone and pretended to check my messages. "Giving you the house? That's interesting. When did I say that?" Jake stood up, trying to use his height advantage. "Come on, Emma. You know this makes sense. You can barely take care of yourself, let alone a whole house." "You're right," I said, which made him pause. "I probably can't handle it." His confidence grew. "Exactly. So just sign it over and we'll call it even. I'll even let you visit sometimes." "Let me visit my own house?" I asked, making sure my voice was clear. "It's not your house anymore," Ashley chimed in. "Jake already called a locksmith. We're having the mail forwarded here tomorrow. And Mom's totally on board," Jake added. "She knows I deserve this more than you." Grandpa was probably confused when he made that will anyway. I let them finish their victory lap. Then I pulled out the manila folder I'd been carrying. "You know what's funny about breaking into someone's house and changing the locks? It's called criminal trespass. And when you move your belongings in, that's burglary." Jake laughed. "You can't prove anything. It's my word against yours, and Mom will back me up." "About that," I said, pulling out my phone. I played back his voice from 3 weeks ago. "I don't care what they will says. I'm taking that house whether Emma likes it or not. She's too weak to stop me anyway." Then another from last week, with Mom's voice clear as day. "Just change the locks while she's at work? What's she going to do? Call the cops on her own brother?" Jake's face went white. Ashley took a step back. "I have 6 months of these," I continued. "Every threat, every plan, every admission that you knew the house was legally mine." Jake tried to grab my phone. I stepped back. "The police are already on their way. I called them when I saw the locksmith van leaving." "Emma, wait," Jake stuttered. "We can work this out. I was just joking around. You know how brothers are." "I do know," I said, "and I'm done with it." The police arrived 8 minutes later. Jake tried to explain that it was a family misunderstanding. Ashley suddenly remembered she had somewhere else to be. But it's hard to explain away new locks, a moving truck, and boxes of belongings when you're not the legal owner. Jake got arrested. Mom called me screaming that night, but I didn't answer. The charges might get reduced to misdemeanors, but Jake's got a record now, and everyone knows exactly what kind of person he really is. I changed the locks again the next day. This time only I have the keys.